does go this time. The throw
Got
is a good one, and that's going to get him. What a throw by the catcher. 2-1. Look to the air. Hit pretty well to left field. Back to
He lost
Lorma.
it.
He looks up.
It's
It's
gone.
gone.
Forget all that talk about small ball. This that was a long ball, boy.
That was not small ball.
That was just kept going.
That's in the right field, down the line.
That's a killer.
Into the corner.
That's a killer.
1-run score, 2-run score. Here comes the third run. The throw to the plate is not in time.
That hurts.
Ground ball up along third. Nice play by Cover. Goes to second one. Back to first. Dug out by Chambers. Cover. In the gap to right center field. No one's going to get this one. Picked up by the center fielder Jones. The throw in the second. They got him. What a play and what a tag. Hit the ball to left field. That is back. It is gone. Sean Payne with a Sean Green, with a home run. Payne ran out of room. It's a home run to left for Green. And it's 1-0. The liner right at the first baseman throws into third, and they got him. The second baseman making a great play. I said first baseman. Stumpy, second baseman. Fly ball, that's hit well to right field. Back goes Ronaldo. It is gone.
Tear open the sky here. We got a home run in the first game, and now we've got one here in the second. This one was just tied up, and Carter Brown says goodbye.
ABA leading, but 2 runs on base, and that is drilled to left field, and this is going to be gone. Luke Ham touches them all, a 3-run blast. And all of a sudden, Inland Southwest with the lead. He's got the middle of the order coming up. Will Van Lee, the team man. Will Van Lee was grounded, and this is going to be a race to the bag, and he got him. How about that? What a play by the shortstop, Travis Curry. That's not even your third baseman.
No, and it doesn't matter.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch Mexico's best.
Does go this time.
There it
The
is.
throw
Got
is a good one, and that's going to get him. What a throw by the catcher. 2-1. Lifted in the air, hit pretty well to left field. Back to
He lost
Lorma.
it.
He looks up.
It's
It's
gone.
gone.
Forget all that talk about small ball. That was a long ball, boy.
That was not small ball.
That just kept going.
That's in the right field, down the line.
That's a killer.
Into the corner.
That's a killer.
1-run score, 2-run score. Here comes the 3rd run. The throw to the plate is not in time.
That hurts.
Closer, and I think we got a lot of fun lined up for you today on a Wednesday edition of the Opening Drive. Micah Parsons still is not signed. I got an evolving thought on that I want to dive into. We got a lot of quarterback conversation to have. The Saints don't have one yet. Well, they got 2, so they don't have one yet. Matthew Stafford, Brock Purdy, Jameis Winston, Tom Brady conversation. Boy, do we got a lot to do. We're going to go through our over-under win totals in the Mountain West. We'll include New Mexico State, and maybe if you want next, if we do the addition of NIU, I guess we got to do the addition of UTEP as well, huh? Because they'll both be in the league next year. So we'll decide as we do that. We'll catch up with Sean Ryder from the Albuquerque Journal. The newspaper. The Scribe Speaks. Ooh, Sounds of the Scribe. It's the Opening Drive. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal. How you living?
What it do?
What do you think? So what if we went? We could do the opener. Sounds of the Scribe. This is Ryder on the radio. No? Is it one or the other? Sounds of the Scribe or the Scribe?
I think that the intro could have a couple nicknames.
Sounds. What do you think? Sounds of the Scribe?
I like that.
Ryder on the radio just rolls. You know? It's got a little, like a little, what is that alliteration?
Yes.
Is that what you call that? I mean, I guess he should have a say in it. It's not like he's picking his own nickname or something.
I don't know if he's there yet, but
Where?
Name his own segment.
Where he gives a damn? Okay. I almost like from the Albuquerque, this is Sounds of the Scribe. Ryder on the radio. Yeah, I mean, I'm you see where I'm going with this? The Scribe speaks. Squeaky wheel gets the never mind. What's going on? You good?
good.
I don't necessarily know that I want this to dominate, and I don't care if it does, actually. So I'm starting to have an evolving thought. If the information that we're getting is true on the Micah Parsons, Jerry Jones, Cowboys, uncertainty, all that mess. And I know that the prevailing sentiment, and I understand it, and I've been there, is what the hell is Jerry doing? Why is this taking so long? You got a great player, sign in, market value, drama. Yeah. And it all makes sense, and I understand it. But JJ, hear me on this one. Because I'm going to, there's a part of me that if in fact the information is correct, I might side with Jerry on this one. Adam Schefter, who's never wrong, of ESPN, has reported that Jerry Jones feels that he and Micah sat down without Micah's agent and had a deal. And since that deal, the market has reset itself 2 to 3 times with the signings of Watt and Garrett and Crosby and whomever it was. And if that in fact is the case, and I don't know if it is, and Micah's camp has never said anything about that, I understand the faction that says the agent is there to represent the player, to represent the player's best interest, to get every nickel that you can get. I also understand that the agent works for the player, not the other way around. And if I'm Jerry, and hear me on this, because I'm not convinced I'm there yet, but there's a part of me that says, you know what, I'm old school. If I had a handshake deal with the man, And if in fact Jerry Jones and Micah Parsons came to terms sitting on a couch or at a table over a bourbon or whatever, and they shook hands and had a deal, and the agent came in and said, oh, no, you're getting underpaid, and then there's part of me that says, you know what? I kind of understand where Jerry's coming from. If in fact that's where this is going. Does that make any sense at all?
It does, but why be so bitter about it? If Mike Parsons like, hey man, let's just bring my agent in, let's do it. Why not talk to the agent?
Yeah.
But then this goes kind of back to what we were discussing yesterday. Old man, my way, get off my lawn.
Well, the agent's got to be brought in at some point to negotiate the deal, or to the fine points of the deal and whatever. But if you and I sat down and said, well, Micah, I love you, and I want you to be a Cowboy, and I want to give you $38 million, and over 5 years and 116 guaranteed, and they shook hands. Let's just say they came to an agreement like that, and they shook hands, and then the agent says, oh no, Micah, you're leaving money on the table. You need to get, he got 41 and he got 40 and he got no, you can't take that. I almost understand then where Jerry's coming from.
Yeah, and then it's on Micah. If you want the deal, then tell your agent, I want to sign the deal.
That's right. 100% right. That's right. Now, maybe the agent came in and said, Micah, this is not just about the money. Because how much money do you need? And again, I'll go to this, and I'd love to know the answer. I don't. I never will. I don't know that you live any differently if you make $38 million a year or $41 million a year. I honestly don't. Maybe you do. Maybe you live dramatically. I don't know. And I'm not telling you that you shouldn't get every nickel that is out there for you. And I don't know the answer to how much is enough. I don't. I'd love to. But I don't know, man. If that's, and I know this is a big, giant if on this, but if that's where this is going, and that's kind of what Schefter is intimating, I don't know. There's part of me that's kind of starting to side with the owner in this thing.
There's a lot of ways to talk yourself into why we're here, and then there's also well, then pull your pants up and get it done. If you want to be there and he wanted to give you a deal,
Yep.
then figure it out. And it's on Michael Parsons. If he wants a deal, you are in charge, man. You don't have to let your agent tell you no. You're the one that is in charge of the contract. But also, to your point of, what's the difference between 38 and 41, this is one of the market setters. Mm-hmm. This is a guy that's in the conversation for the biggest deal. And then that thus affects everyone else.
There's part of me that argues that he's not. I think you're generally right. I don't think he's better than Myles Garrett. I don't think he's better than T.J. Watt. Now, I understand you don't have to be better to get the biggest deal. You have to be in the conversation. Dak Prescott's the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. He's not the best by any measurement, any metric, any means. The only person who might think that is his mom, right? I mean, he's just not. And if I'm Jerry, I'm sitting there going, you know what? If, and again, I'm playing the scenario completely on this if. If I looked the man in the eye, we came to terms and I shook his hand and he shook my hand and we got a deal, and then the agent came in and said, yeah, no, Micah, you can't do this. And he comes back, Jerry, I can't. I got to. We had a deal. We shook hands. If, and I have to predicate that by if. I don't know, man. Do you think he's the best? Does he have to? He has to reset the market because he's the latest
not
guy.
Myles Garrett or T.J. Watt. They're not the same player.
Yep.
But the pressure and the sack numbers are sure there, and he does different things than those players. And that's the reality of it is he's getting paid in that class, but he does things those guys can't.
Fair. Is that not in the class, or it's got to be $1 more to be in the class? Mm-hmm. And that's a big problem I guess I have with all of these things. The next guy's always got to reset the market, where the egos come into this thing, and it's about like Trey Hendrickson isn't saying I want to reset the market. Trey Hendrickson says I want market value. To me, there's a big difference, and I gotta believe that Jerry Jones is offering Micah Parsons market value. Whatever that number happens to be, and we know the area that it is, it's in the area of $40 million a year, anywhere 38 to 41, right? Now, if he's not, it's on him. But I don't know. As I sit here and listen to this over and over and over, the same drone for the last 3 months, and as more and more drips out and little bits, and again, usually when I hear something from Schefter, it's usually pretty right, isn't it? And Schefter's saying that they had a handshake deal, or they can't, Jerry feels that he had a meeting with Micah Parsons without the agent. And I get it. Some of you were saying, well, what's he doing meeting without the agent? Is he going behind the agent's back? Is he trying to pull something over? Micah Parsons isn't an idiot. Like you've heard Micah Parsons speak. Micah Parsons is a well-spoken, educated, bright individual. Now, is he a Jerry Jones negotiator? Probably not. But it's not like we're splitting atoms here, man. It's a football contract. How much am I getting? How much is guaranteed? What's the length of the contract? Right? I mean, and what else am I missing? The rest of it's pretty standard, isn't it? How much am I getting? Does it matter what it averages out to per year? For PR, maybe. How much is guaranteed? What's my bonus? What am I missing?
Oh, and then that's where an agent would swoop in, and with all the people that handle crossing the T's, dotting the I's, will get it done. And I do think that this is something that Jerry Jones has absolutely done forever with players, is have conversations, because he's the GM and he's handling it. And Michael Parsons probably like, that sounds good, cool story. But it got to a point where Parsons started listening to his agent instead of saying, hey, I want to sign this deal, let's go. Sounds like his agent was able to hold him off.
Market rose. Yeah, then the time went, the market rose. Yeah. I mean, in that period, evidently, more guys got signed and the market rose. And I think the agent knows what he's doing, too. And look, the agent gets paid a percentage of the deal, right? And now, when you're asking me what's the difference between $38 and $41 million a year, what's the agent get? He gets 3%, 3.5%. I mean, that to the agent, that's $105,000. The agent, it matters to him. All right? I don't know. Just another thought on this. I was just thinking another way as I was listening to all this stuff yesterday. And I know everybody's beating the hell out of Jerry, and it feels really weird to create a scenario in which I feel like I'm coming to Jerry's defense, and I guess I am in some regards. If, and again, the key word, maybe that's my new fantasy football team. If you know what, that's a great fantasy football team name. Honestly, think about it. How many Mondays we come into if I'd have played him, if he'd have caught that's actually a really good fantasy football team name. If, but if it's all right, then that's where I feel. I don't know. I'm curious where you are. 505-246-0610. It's how to get here today. Emails come in as they always do. Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com. JJ, you can spell that with a J and with a J, at sportsanimalabq.com. On the X, it's _JJ Buck, and Adrian is in this morning, as he is every morning, producing the television program, or the visual program. We are on television, Xfinity Channel 26 throughout the state of New Mexico. We are on our Facebook page, The OD in the AM, and we are on the YouTube channel for ProView Networks. 8 o'clock, the American Stigalo is due here. Stigman Freud, Scott Stiegler, the former award-winning sportscaster over at Channel 4, the award-winning salesperson here at Cumulus Radio, and the award-winning 2-12 picker from last year. It's hard, JJ. We're going to pick futures, over-unders, win totals for Mountain West football, and I just went through them. It's not hard. It's not easy, man. There's a lot of these Vegas numbers that I think are right at the number.
That's why they take our money.
That's why they take our money. We'll do that at 8 o'clock. 9 o'clock, the Sounds of the Scribe. Ryder on the radio. Sean Ryder will be with us. The Albuquerque Journal's beat writer for Lobo football. He's going to start his weekly segment with us on Wednesdays as we get ready for Lobos and Michigan a week from Saturday. Until then, we're open at 505-246-0610. When we get back, lots of quarterback news. Matthew Stafford practiced. What does that mean for you, your Rams, and Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams? We'll get into that when we get back. Many of you have a backyard that could be better, as do I. You know what I did? I called LaBarge Landscape. Why? Because I needed a cleanup. I needed a refresher. My sprinkler systems needed to be fixed. LaBarge Landscape took care of that. Look, I know it's August, right? You think we're getting late. We still got 3 months of enjoyable backyard living. Don't wait till spring when they get busy to call LaBarge Landscape and have them come out. You want something that you want to spend time in. You want a backyard that you're going to be proud of for years. LaBarge Landscape will make that happen. Over 80 years of experience in this family-owned and operated business, and for 32 years they've been doing this, winning the hearts of customers who have been dreaming about gorgeous landscapes all around our area. If you got a pretty good idea what you want, talk to them about it, and they'll make it happen. If you have no idea, you just know you want something, talk to them, and they'll make it happen. They'll send out a design specialist, get you a bunch of sketches, show you what you can do with the space you have, and it will be stunning. Maybe you want a putting green or a retaining wall or a water feature or all of them. Turn whatever it is into reality. Call LaBarge Landscape. New sod, sprinkler system, they will install that for you as well. Maybe you want a xeriscape so you don't have to water at all. LaBarge Landscaping can do that as well. There's a lot of good weather ahead. Enjoy your backyard. Call LaBarge Landscape. I did. I'm thrilled that I did. You will be as well. Go online. Look at the gallery. Their pictures are there. It's LaBarge, L-A-B-A-R-G-E, LaBargeLandscape.net, LaBargeLandscape.net, and then call and make an appointment. 505-345-3000, 505-345-3000. Whether your project is small or large, the answer is easy. It's LaBarge Landscape.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in Autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Network.
Serious. I mean, Stigmund Freud was just in here. He had his little Stig in his hand, his little pencil, little pen. His glasses were on. What teams are we doing? He's studying. He's studying schedules. Do win totals coming up at 8 o'clock this morning. We do NIU. We do Utah. Time permitting. Opening drive. He's JJ Buck. I'm Jeff Symbieta. You're welcome to get in at 505-246-0610. All right, Matthew Stafford practiced in full yesterday for the Rams. It's the day after he practiced in full the day before. That's 2 days in a row, JJ. Look better. Here he is on my screen right now. Old number 9. Handing off to nobody, dropping back and flipping one over the middle. Sean McVay's his coach said he looked better. Thought it was a step in the right direction. I'm going to continue to hope that he's able to stack days and feel good. Thought today was definitely a positive step in the right direction. We're going to continue to hopefully stack days like that, end quote. Man, hope isn't a plan. With all due respect, I'm hopeful too. Just hope. Hope is. Somebody told me a long, long time ago, man. Hope is not a plan. Yeah, I hope it works out. Yeah, that's not a plan. What are you gonna do if it's not? Well, let's hope. No. What's the plan?
Hope you have good insurance.
Jim Garoppolo. What's the over and under on games Matthew Stafford starts this year? If I put it at 12.5, where are you going?
I try to take the under.
Ugh, I hate that so much. You would? Not going over. I'm hoping. It's my plan.
I think that the Rams can be fine if it's a late start to the season for Matthew Stafford.
Okay. So you say hold him out. I don't know if the disc is going to get any better without surgery. He's got a disc issue.
Depends on how big the issue is on the disc sticking out.
Yep. All right, so that happened. The Saints are the last team with a quarterback competition, right? Yesterday, Daniel Jones was named the head coach in the quarterback in Indianapolis. 2 days ago, what was the other job that was won? Browns, Flacco. Kellen Moore says, we're going to hold off, which is not a great. That just means nobody has grabbed the job. Nobody has stepped up, and I think we all know this is the worst quarterback situation in the National Football League. Would they rather have any of the guys that were competing for another? Would they rather have Anthony Richardson, or would they rather have, I don't know, Shador? Well, they could have. They're going to the final week of training camp, and Kellen Moore says, quote, "We got 3 days of practice and a game." They play the Broncos, so we got some excellent work coming our way. I was his quote. He said the competition between Tyler Shuck, the rookie, and Spencer Rattler has been close. They want to continue it. Quote again, "It's really, really close. Numbers, experiences, reps, everything. It's going all the way back to the start of training camp. Everything is very, very close between this group. We'll see how it all plays out," end quote. Feel good, Saint fan? Feel better about that? He was asked, when will you make a decision? And he joked. He said, you guys open up Arizona September 7th. He said, hopefully before that. All right, then. We haven't named one, so we haven't gone through that. Once we make the decisions, they'll know, and then you guys will know. We're not hiding anything. Guys, don't worry. All right. Nothing to worry about, nothing to see here. Kellen's in a tough spot, isn't he? I mean, you said this. I saw it on the interwebs as well. You're probably not in a good position when your head coach is your best quarterback on your roster. Can he play?
I'm sure he's thought about it. Extra stretching sessions.
I mean, he's not that old, right?
Seeing how the shoulder and elbow feel.
How old's Kellen Moore? I mean, he can't be 35, can he? He's your best quarterback. Where's this end up?
Dude, he's
37.
37 years old.
Yeah.
Get in that huddle and call plays. Let's go.
I mean, that's my point. You might be the best guy they got. He hadn't been hit in a few years.
It's fresh.
He's fresh. His arm doesn't hurt. I know, man. Hand the ball to Alvin Kamara. Just flip screen passes. Let's go. PP Army. Let's go. He's from Prosser, Washington. Prosser Mustangs. That's right. Who wins that job? Do you have a feel? They got to go Shuck, don't they?
I don't know how you don't go Shuck in this regard, because there's not a Joe Flacco or Daniel Jones. You can go, oh, this experience of running things. Like, it's the 40th overall pick in the draft. Like, this is the one where you have runway. I do not think that the Saints are in a situation where they're going to watch Tyler Shuck and Spencer Rattler play quarterback in 10 games in the season and go, you know what? We need to fire Kellen Moore.
Well, look, to me, if the veteran hadn't won the job yet, like, what are we waiting for then? What are you waiting to see out of Spencer Rattler? To me, you've seen it, right? I think. You kind of know what I'm getting and what I'm not getting. I tell you that all the time. All right, when we come back, what's next for Anthony Richardson? 4th overall pick? 5th 2 years ago? Now he's playing behind a guy that is went 3-13 last year. So what's next for that guy? His agent talks about that. Talk some football at the top of the hour, college football with, that'll be at 8 o'clock with Stigler, and then Sean Ryder from the Journal is going to be in at 9 o'clock on the opening drive. Hey, if you've been the victim of a home or business break-in, or even if you haven't, you know someone who has, you know way too well, it just takes too long for officers to respond. They just don't have enough officers to cover all the calls for service. How about a response time of 7 minutes or less? That's what IPS does, International Protective Service. Look, when it's your property, you need a quicker response time. IPS is affordable private security whom I've trusted for years to watch my home. They come by every single day. When my alarm has gone off, they were there within about 5-6 minutes. Armed, trained security officers. When you travel, they'll pick up the mail for you. They'll roll the garbage cans to the curb and back on garbage day. Pick up newspapers or packages that are left on the curb. IPS provides standing guards if you want eyes on your property around the clock. They install alarms and camera systems. They've got a state-of-the-art facility monitoring those cameras 24/7. All of this raises the level of security around your home and your business. Who's watching your property when you're not there? Who is it? Make sure it's the good guys and not the bad guys. They're out there. You can't prevent all the crime, but if you've got no protection, you're more likely to be victimized. Call IPS. Talk to them about protecting what you've worked so hard to build. The number is 505-897-2420, 505-897-2420. They are online at ipsglobal.com. Passionate about making Albuquerque and Santa Fe better and safer places to live and work.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Sweet Rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient. They're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they...
The Sports Animals Birthday Bash is days away. Look forward to seeing all y'all out at Ex Novo Brewery downtown on 7th and Central. It's going to be Saturday, noon to 4. Food and drink specials. There'll be a taco bar, JJ. A taco bar. You ever eaten it? Have you been to Ex Novo? One of my, what became last year one of my new lunch in my rotation for business meetings. It's wonderful. Prizes every 15 minutes. Prizes from all and autographs. Birthday cake from Bitter Sweets in Rio Rancho. Isn't that how Gabe says it? Rio Rancho. See y'all at the big birthday bash coming up on Saturday from 4 to noon. Dan said sports animal alumni equal OD callers, Jeff and Juan Jose. So this morning he was listening to Babalu show over on News Radio, KKOB, and they're all alumni, right? Because, I mean, Bob Clark started on the Sports Animal, and his producer is DC, who was with us for a while. He said this morning on News Radio, they did a birthday bash roll call, and it sounded like OD callers making excuses not to go to Lobo football. Babalu was like, oh, I can't make it. My fantasy football draft is that day. And Derek Charles chimed in, I can't. I'm going to Denver this weekend. So neither one of those guys are coming to our birthday.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I guess at least they were talking about it and promoting our big birthday bash. But you won't see Bob Clark or DC, I guess. The alumni don't make it. Andrew Paul coming? I'm just asking. Hey, you know I told you the story how I've known Kellen Moore for all these years, right? And the story I told you was back in the mid 90s when his dad Tom was winning football championships at Prosser High School. I'd go out there and I've got it on tape somewhere. Kellen, about 5, 6, 7 years old, drawing up plays. And I've never opened his Wikipedia page. I don't even know why. But there's a thing in here that says, according to his mother, Moore grew up fast, blah, blah, blah. He would go from elementary school to father's football practice. He'd always have a little notepad with him. He was always drawing plays. In his final 2 years of high school, Moore's father let him call his own plays. So Kellen, when he was Gatorade Player of the Year in the state of Washington, when you come, Prosser is a dot on the map. Prosser is Cuba kind of, right? It's on the way to somewhere, right? It's like Cuba, New Mexico, kind of that, right? That kind of town. And they won 4 state championships. But he's having that much trust in your quarterback in high school. What quarterback's calling his own plays? I just think that's
not many in high school,
right? I mean, it's pretty sensational. All right, what is next for Anthony Richardson? We talked yesterday about Daniel Jones winning that job in Indianapolis, and whether you think it's right or you don't, it doesn't matter, because you and I aren't there every day. You and I don't know how this thing played out, and so it just doesn't matter, okay? But what happens to Daniel Jones moving forward? I'm sorry, to Anthony Richardson moving forward. Here's a guy who was the 4th pick in the draft 2 years ago. He was going to be the dude. When he came out, and we spent hours on this, we knew he didn't have a lot of experience. You knew he had to get better. His agent is talking about what happens now. And Derek Jackson is his agent, and he did an interview with ESPN. And he said there's a lot to discuss with the organization after the announcement. Quote, trust is a big factor, and that is, at best, questionable right now. Anthony came back and made the improvements in the areas he needed to improve, and by all accounts, he had a great camp, end quote. Okay, but that doesn't mean he was better than the other guy who won the job. He continued, he said, you have to respect the decision. They feel like he's a better fit for the team and the outcome of us winning. You have to respect it and keep working. Doesn't undermine any of the work I've put in. Doesn't say I haven't improved. I'm proud of the improvement I made. That's Richardson. What happens now? Does somebody make a call? Like honestly, and speaking to Kellen Moore, I mean, is he a better fit in New Orleans than what they got right now? No, because they drafted Tyler Shuck. So what happens to him now? He's a backup quarterback in Indy.
He's the backup quarterback, and if it arises that they need him this season, you hope that he's able to show some progress, that he took a step back, he put in more work. Because what they're telling you is it's a processing problem, right? It's a calling the plays, getting in the line of scrimmage, doing what Steichen and the offensive coordinator wants you to do. Because when it comes to execution, the ability to play the position, to me, then it would be a no-brainer. You let Anthony Richardson play because you're looking for experience. But what's missing then, it just has to be the control at the line of scrimmage.
Making decisions, reading defenses, the speed of the game, being a quarterback, doing what's hard quarterback things.
So can you get better at that in practice, in the limited reps you're going to get?
Shane Steichen he's the head coach. Why hasn't Anthony Richardson developed the way the franchise hoped? His quote was this: the big part of it, he's been injured. That's part of it. When you're not practicing and playing, it's hard to go out there and do the things you want to do. Part of it is staying healthy. End quote. Well, it sounds like he was healthy during camp, right? And that's a rough answer for me to sit here and listen to. But he wasn't hurt. Like, you had a pretty open, fair competition. I mean, if you want to tell me Daniel Jones is a better quarterback than Anthony Richardson, okay. All right. And I think that's what he's telling me, right? He's telling me Daniel Jones is better than Anthony Richardson. Daniel Jones was what, the number 2 pick overall when he got drafted? How high was he?
Top 10 pick.
All right. So it's not like you just got benched for, well, I mean, you didn't get benched for a guy who's 3-13 in his last 16 starts, right? I don't know where he goes. And I don't know what his camp thinks. And I don't know where his camp is getting their information, right? Obviously, his agent, his people have the best interest of Anthony Richardson number one as their priority, and understandably so. Their main concern now cannot be the Indianapolis Colts. It's got to be about their client, their friend, their guy. Where does he go? And JJ, I don't know how you get a future. I think he ends up somewhere where, I don't know, what's the next worst quarterback situation outside of New Orleans? Them? Indianapolis?
I don't think he goes anywhere.
You don't think he goes anywhere?
Because why am I trading for Anthony Richardson right now?
Why am I trading
what
for
good
him?
does that do me? Unless I view him as a guy in a year or two that could play quarterback, but then I'd have to pick up his option, and that's like $20 million after this year
or you cut
for his fifth-year option. So then why would I
so,
trade assets?
So I'll tell you why. And this is me thinking, if I see, right, if my scouting department, this is kind of the Trey Lance thing. Why did Dallas give up with a fifth-round pick for Trey Lance?
Just Jerry Jones, seasoned athlete.
Okay.
Did it with Trey Lance, did it with Joe Milton.
And it's kind of the same concept. If someone sees an athlete or sees, hey, I think we can develop that quarterback, maybe I can get something on the cheap and develop it. And if not, we get rid of him. And I lose a fifth-round pick. Now, I don't know if Indianapolis would take a fifth-round pick. I don't know what
it's
but
it's a wasted move. That's why
think
it's only
right.
Jerry Jones that's done it.
I think you're right.
And then it was easy for Chargers to be like, oh, here's a free agent Trey Lance. Come to camp.
And all of a sudden, he won the backup job there. Right? And he looked pretty good in preseason. I don't know what that means. Has he won the backup job yet?
Not sure.
They haven't announced that yet? All right. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, though. And I don't know where you go with it.
You know what you need here?
Tell me.
You need to be able to send Anthony Richardson to the Astros.
Anthony
Get some work in.
All right. As long as
where's a UFL team?
As long as he doesn't play first base. Kellen Moore has 2 fewer practices than Stafford. Truth. Yeah. No, he's not wrong. That's on the text line. Kellen Moore has 2 fewer. Right. I mean, get Kellen out there. Saints practice. Has there ever been a player coach in the NFL? There never. I mean, that doesn't work, right? There used to be player managers in Major League Baseball. Pete Rose obviously was one. Frank Robinson did it. There were a number of guys who did it back in the day. Be something, wouldn't it? All right, Stigler's going to be coming in about 17 minutes. We'll go through win totals in Mountain West football, get you some of that. You can play along at home and see how you do. 505-246-0610. I got more NFL stuff for you as well when we get back. Giants, the Browns. I got injury stuff for you. Jets. How about the Jets criticism? Justin Fields hasn't had a great camp or at least preseason games. How does Aaron Glenn feel about his quarterback? And is he listening to the noise around that? We'll get into that as well. School started. You're in the car a lot more now, right? You're moving the kids. You're going to practice. You're going to school. You got work. You got those long trips to go see them play on the weekends. And your vehicle is a mess. You're spending a ton of time in it. It's easy to take care of. On the Spot Automotive Detailing does that for you. They will come out and detail your vehicle and make your vehicle something in which you want to spend time, because you're going to do it anyway. Enjoy it. Get that new car feel, that new car smell, that new car look as On the Spot Automotive Detailing comes out to you where it's convenient, when it's convenient, and details your vehicle. That means inside and outside, around the rims and under the hood. That's that new car feel. That's what the car dealerships do, is detail your vehicle. You can have that feel without a new car price. They've been voted best in the city. Have them come to you. I don't know where they are. Doesn't matter. Ask them about paint protection film. Ask them about their ceramic coating to protect the outside as well against the rock chips and the bugs and the UV damage. They'll also tint your windows as well. They're great at that. Best in the city. That's what they've been voted. You know why? Because they're best in the city at what they do. Book now, buy now. It's all online at On the Spot Automotive Detailing, OTSDetailing.com, OTSDetailing.com.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in Autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico.
Was restored last night. Padres beat San Francisco 5-1. So the Dodgers remain 2 games clear of San Diego in the National League West. Brewers lost for one. Did you see how that Astros-Tigers game ended up? So Skubal pitched for the Tigers and was terrific again. And if you haven't watched a little Tarek Skubal, he's just fantastic. The Astros got great starting pitching as well. And it was Hunter Brown who pitched 6 scoreless innings, and then the bullpen shut down 0-0 through 9, JJ. And so they went to the 10th. The Astros left the ghost runner, and the Tigers loaded the bases. A walk-off walk in a 1-0 10-inning game. Huh? That's how that one ended last night in Detroit at Comerica Park. 505-246-0610. All right, the Jets have Justin Fields. He's their quarterback. How do you feel? I'll tell you how Aaron Glenn feels. You've watched Justin Fields. You've watched him with the Bears. You've watched him with the Steelers. I don't know how much you've watched 2 games worth of preseason football. How do you feel about Justin Fields as a quarterback of the Jets? You confident in that?
I feel like you get what you pay for. You get a $10 million quarterback that is going to have some questions in the passing game, but if you're able to have a run game, utilize his skills, you can find a way to get by.
All right. He hasn't been great. There's been a lot of look. It's New York. Everybody's got an opinion. I guess everybody in the world does anyway. The media obsession, the fan obsession, the noise around Justin Fields and how the Jets are going to be brutal in another year. And Aaron Glenn, I don't know if he's amused, if he's annoyed by it. Quote, responding to all the noise. I mean, you have so many people that want to talk about a small amount of plays these guys get to go out there and play. And then everything's falling down because we throw 6 passes. And actually it was 5. He says, then I mean, he's Johnny Unitas. We throw 4 passes in the first game. So it bothers me, and I laugh at it quite a bit. But the thing is, I understand it because that's the noise that happens on the outside. End quote. It's blown up because it's the Jets, and it's New York, and they're coming off of the Aaron Rodgers thing, right? Didn't he win 4 out of his 5 starts last year? Oh, I'm sorry. The team won in spite of him. Because those narratives go back. If you like the quarterback, if you like Peyton Manning, then he won at a Super Bowl. If you're not all that, well, yeah, he rode the defense to a Super Bowl, right? If you like Justin Fields, he won games. If you're not on the train, well, the Steelers won games in spite of him. How can it be both ways? Quarterback gets the win or the loss, right?
You can have your cake and eat
I don't think you can. I just don't think you can. I mean, you can have your cake and eat it, but you can't have your cake and keep it. Eat it and keep it.
Calories count. And I think Justin Fields, everyone knows there's been some issues passing at the NFL level, but I figured the Jets were comfortable with that. That's why they invested in him and would have an offseason to kind of work around his strength. I also understand Aaron Glenn. Like, we are, in this case, reacting to how many pass attempts?
9?
Like, so.
I mean, no, that's my point. 9, I think, is the number. Yeah. I just, it is what it is. All right. 505-246-0610. Any other big NFL stuff I wanted to get to? Is Jameis on the trade block, do you think?
Not according to their assistant general manager.
All right. So, Giants, Brandon Brown is their assistant GM. He was asked if they're listening to calls from teams about Jameis. Where would Jameis fit? Like, who wants Jameis? Who's calling for a quarterback other than the Saints right now? Quote, I appreciate that people are interested, but Jameis is a New York Giant. With the way that he's gone about his business from day one, he's made it very intentional with the fact that he wants to be here, and he wants to be here for the long haul. Teammates love him. He's a backup quarterback. Man.
He's a great backup quarterback.
No, it's a good backup quarterback. Great might be a little stretch, but he's a good one.
As a backup quarterback, Jameis Winston is great. Gets people going, provide highlight plays. He has a turnover, so that's why he's a backup quarterback.
Where do you put him on the backup quarterback hierarchy?
Top 3?
Garoppolo, Kirk Cousins, and Jameis? Mm-hmm. I'd throw Jake Browning in there. I love me some Jake Browning. Cincinnati Bengals. All right. But who would be calling for Jameis? I don't know everybody's backup quarterback situation. I don't. I watched the Bills get smoked with Mike White, and I don't even know if I think Trubisky played the other day. They were horrible. Then I got a little Hard Knocks last night.
Who's calling for a backup quarterback?
Yeah. Yeah, who's calling about Jameis right now? Like what?
No one.
So it's got to be the Saints. They're the only ones calling, right? Who else is calling? Where's
The
Jameis?
Jets could call.
I guess they could, but their coach just told you how happy they are. Who else? I mean, is he better than Daniel Jones? Where else are we going? All right, Stigler was over there studying. I just went by his little cubicle desk. We're going to do Mountain West win totals. You can play along at home. Sean Ryder will be in from the Journal at 9 o'clock. We'll talk global football then. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient. They're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's that moment you've waited for. Well, we have anyway. At least he has since last year. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. And as we get ready to kick off the college football season with week 0 on Saturday, it is time to embarrass ourselves and show why there's gigantic buildings in the desert, why they are just luring you to the sports books, how hard it is. That's why we do 3 for All every Friday, how hard it is to bet. We're going to pick over and unders in the American Stigalo. Stigmund Freud, the former award-winning journalist.
How did I do last year?
2-12 is your number. Yeah, got that here.
Okay.
You can't do that if you try.
I hadn't heard.
What's up, man?
Nobody reminded me.
JJ, 2-12 is hard to do.
No.
It's a skill.
It is a skill. All right, here's what we did. We took FanDuel's win total projections, okay? And we'll just go, over and under. And at the end of the year, we'll see who knows less about what, because none of us really know. I'm going to tell you straight up, this is the most nauseous I've felt about these picks going in. like the most unsure about any of them. And I guess it's because how on earth are you supposed to know with 50-something dudes in the portal, 60-something dudes in the portal every year? So,
yeah, that's the Lobos problem, right?
Isn't it Fresno State's?
And UNLV's, yeah.
I don't know, man. All right, well, let's guess. You want to guess? All right, we'll go alphabetically. Air Force non-conference games. They play Army and Navy as they always do. They'll also play Bucknell and UConn. The win total on them is 6.5. And we'll rotate. So we'll go Stig goes first, then JJ, then me. But Stig, you go first on Air Force Falcons.
I don't. Air Force was unusually poor last year, and I expect them to bounce back, but 6.5 is too many. They're not going to win 7 games. I'll take the under.
All right. JJ?
Under. I think they're a 6-win football team.
So I'm going to I'm right where you are, but I'm going to go over just to go against you. Here's why. I thought they came on really strong at the end. I think they get one of the Commander-in-Chief games. I think they beat Bucknell. I got them right at 6 too, but I went over because you guys didn't. All right, here's another one I'm a little queasy about.
Yep.
And there's one game that's going to swing this whole thing, and it's Boise State. The number is 10.5, JJ. You go first. They're at South Florida. They got to go to Notre Dame. They get UNLV at home. The number's 10.5. So basically, are they going to lose more than one game is the question. Where are you going on Boise State?
I'm going over. I think they're still the class of the Mountain West Conference. Return a good quarterback, plenty of talent. Now, I know that's not an Asher Genty level player, but Malik Sherrod from Fresno State comes in. You know how good he can play. And I think the hiccup is at Notre Dame. Other than that, I don't see anyone in the Mountain West, even UNLV, that's going to knock them off.
So I'm going to go under. I got them losing Notre Dame, and I think UNLV gets them. Or they stumble somewhere. And now they don't really have a weird cold weather game late. They're November, December. They're November. I guess Utah State's late, but I just don't believe in Utah State. They got at San Diego State, Colorado State. This one I really struggled with. I got them at 10-2.
Could South Florida get them?
Could they? Yeah. Will they? I don't believe so.
There's got to be one stumble in there.
Here's the other thing. Look, keep this in mind on South Florida now. That game may get rescheduled because there's a hurricane headed that way for next week. They're saying I don't know what's going to happen. But there's a hurricane that might hit South Florida like next Friday, Saturday. So I don't know where they.
I'm going under. I think there's the Notre Dame game obviously is one, and then somewhere you slip up.
Yeah.
So I'll take under.
All right, me too. Colorado State, the number is 6.5. Another one. I went through it and I got them at 6, man. But where are they getting a win? What's that first one? What does at RV mean? What the hell does that mean?
Receiving votes.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yep.
I'm like,
That's at Washington.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I
it's
got
at
it.
Washington.
I mean, UTSA is a tough one. Washington State's tough. I got them at 6-6, which would put, I wrote over, but I'm going to go under the 6.5. I got them at 6 and 6. I don't like that. I just don't. This was the toughest one. They beat them, and did they beat 2, 3? I got them at 6. I got them at 6-6. Under. Where are you going?
I'm going over. I like their home games. I don't think Washington State is that good. Fresno at home, Hawaii at home, UNLV at home, Air Force at home.
Okay.
Those are the games that could go either way. I like Colorado State. If it was 7.5, I'd take them over.
Yeah, this one's struggling for me. Where are you?
They are one of the teams that returns experience at the quarterback position. Brander Valley, Fowler, Nikosi. I think that helps them, but I'm going to go under.
You got them at 6?
Yep.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, there's so many right there. All right, Stig, Fresno State, they went to the famous Idaho Potato Bowl last year, lost in that game, I believe, to Northern Illinois. They open up at Kansas. They got to go to Oregon State. They'll get Georgia Southern at home. Their other non-conference game will be, who they playing? I don't even know. Where's their other non-conference games?
You got Georgia Southern.
Oh, Oregon State.
Oregon State and Kansas.
Yeah, what do you got?
What's the number?
The number's 6.5.
I'm going under.
Okay, under 6.5 for Fresno State with a new coach, Hentz. JJ?
I'm going to go under as well.
Okay. I'm going over on them. I think they beat Georgia Southern. I think they win at Oregon State. I think they beat Southern. I think they beat Nevada. I think they beat, wow, I don't know where they're getting them, but I'm going over on Fresno State. All right, JJ, Hawaii. Now, Hawaii's number is 5.5. That's going to put them really close. They get Stanford at home. They get Sam Houston and Portland State at home. They got to go to Arizona. Hawaii with Timmy Chang. 5.5's the number.
I like the young quarterback, but I don't know if there's enough, especially on the defensive side of the football, to keep them in games where they don't just have to throw the football. I know it's spread offense. I get it, but I'm going under with Hawaii.
JJ, I'm struggling here too. Part of me thinks they're going to get Stanford open. Then lose there. Sam Houston comes in 1, 2, 3.
Fingers and toes. Jeff's got his socks off.
I'm going under too. I thought they played 13. That's why I was going over, but then I counted the games and they're not.
Their number is what? Is 5.5?
5.5.
I'm taking the over. They've got a couple of home games that I like. I think they can beat San Diego State or Wyoming, maybe even Utah State at home. They'll pick up wins against Sam Houston, Portland State. I think they're going to figure it out and win 6 games.
All right. Nevada, I'm up, right, on Nevada. The over-under is 3.5. I got them at 3. They're not going to win their opener. They might beat Sacramento State, although I'm not sold that they're going to beat Sacramento State. Middle it is not easy. Western Kentucky is one of the best teams in Conference USA. I got them at 3 wins. I got Nevada under. Stig?
You don't think they're going to beat Penn State?
I do not think they're going to beat Penn State.
I'm going to go out.
I'm going on that limb.
Yeah, going way out on that limb. Sacramento State and Middle they can beat, and other than that, it's a toss-up. I'm going under 2. 3 wins.
All right, JJ.
I'm right there with you guys, looking at Nevada and saying, all right, where is it going to come from? What do? They are similar to New Mexico in terms of investing in FCS transfers, so they're expecting guys that produced to step up. Question at the quarterback position, and as you guys were saying, I don't see where that run comes for Nevada to be able to go over that number.
All right, we're halfway through here on the Sports Animal. When we come back, we'll do the back half of the Mountain West. We'll do New Mexico State. If time permits, we'll do Northern Illinois and UTEP as well. Next up, the University of New Mexico. Where does Stig think? I mean, if you bet against him, you got a pretty good chance to make some money. Where does Stig think the Lobos or win total will end up? We'll do that when we come back. Everybody's chasing the ring. Everybody wants a ring. So do you, and I got your spot. It's John Thomas Jewelers. They are my jeweler. They have 3,000 plus men's and women's bridal sets on hand right now. You can go check them out if you're getting engaged. But here's the deal. You can create a ring there, and they'll make it for you in their state-of-the-art design center. You design anything with them. You'll see it in 3D. They'll preview it for you in 3D printed wax before they make it in precious metals. And then you propose, and she loves you, and she says yes, but she kind of likes the ring but doesn't love it. No problem. You've got an entire year to redesign your ring even after you propose. There's no penalty, not even on custom-made rings. It's called the No Regrets Engagement Ring, and it's exclusively at John Thomas Jewelers. Plus, all their rings come with a free lifetime nationwide warranty. Their diamonds are hand-selected by John Thomas Jewelers in Antwerp, Belgium. It's the diamond capital of the world. That means you cannot find a better, brighter, more beautiful diamond anywhere. It's your love story. Get it right. It's the No Regrets Engagement Ring. It's exclusively at John Thomas Jewelers. Go by and see them on the 3rd floor of the Lewis University building. On Louisiana, 1 block south of Manal. See why they've been voted the best jeweler in Albuquerque for 5 straight years and voted one of the coolest jewelry stores in America. It's John Thomas Jewelers, where Albuquerque gets engaged.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations.
All right, we're knocking through the win totals, Mountain West football, with the season starting this weekend. And you got Mountain West games this weekend. Fresno plays at Kansas. I think Hawaii plays. They play Stanford at home. And there's another, who else plays 0 wins? UNLV plays Idaho State. So we're going through it. The American Stiglo is in studio. Scott Stigler, the award-winning sportscaster from KOB from yesteryear.
Award-winning.
Were you not award-winning?
I don't know.
There's got to be awards.
Probably not.
All right.
Well, I was up against you.
Yeah, that's fair enough. All right. So we've halfway through. We've taken FanDuel's win totals, and we're going over and under. And we have now reached the University of New Mexico. Their win total at UNM is 3.5. They play non-conference at Michigan, Idaho State, at UCLA, and New Mexico State. They have to play what's predicted to be the top 4 teams in the league in Boise State, UNLV, San Jose State, and I believe Air Force or Colorado State. First year, new coach. What do you got?
70 new guys.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, 70 new guys.
Yeah.
So would this be the ultimate Stig thing to happen? They pull the upset at Michigan. They beat Idaho State. They roll that momentum and beat UCLA, and then they lose all the rest and finish under.
Well, what was it, 2 years ago, JJ, when they won? There was a year they won 2 games. What was it? Danny's second to last year.
Yeah.
They were like a half game, from their win total, 3 games in, and they didn't win again.
Right, didn't win again.
Yeah. Because our guy Ryan had a ticket. He was ready to cash. Like, come on, let's go, and he never cashed.
3.5. I'm taking the Eck factor. I think he's built something. I don't know what's going on, but there's just a good feeling around UNM,
Yep.
and I think they figure out a way to win at least 4 games.
JJ.
I'm going to be ready to eat the crow, but I'm taking the under.
Okay. I don't know that's bad. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid a little. I think there's 4 wins on the schedule.
Mm-hmm.
I just do. And I don't know that I can sit here and tell you exactly who the 4 are, but I think there's 4 wins on the schedule. So I'll go over. San Diego State. The number is 5.5, JJ. They get Washington State, Cal, Northern Illinois. They get Stony Brook to start. They do get Boise State. They don't have to play UNLV. Aztecs trying to find a quarterback. It sounds like they got a guy from Michigan. 5.5 is the number on San Diego State, JJ.
Teams do have to win games, right? Like, I'm looking across the Mountain West Conference.
People gotta
I
win.
don't trust anyone.
Yep.
But someone is going to get hot. But I don't see the transfer quarterback popping. I don't see an SDSU team that was able to rebuild an offense that averaged just 21.3 points per game. Dude, give me the under.
I'm on the under 2 on San Diego State. I've taken over on them every single year we've done this because it's always been like 6.5, 7.5. I don't know where it comes from this year. I don't know that I think they're better than Washington State or Cal. Hell, I don't know that I think they're better than Northern Illinois. I just don't know where I see 6 wins coming from for San Diego State. I got the under 2.
I think they start 1-4, guys. I mean, I think they start 1-4, and I don't know where you get 6 out of that. So no.
We all agree on
Under.
San Diego State. Wow, there's our first unanimous one. All right, I'm up on San Jose State. The number is 7.5. I'm going over. I'm buying it, dude. I maybe because their AD called me about 3 months ago and told me how damn good they are. They lose to Texas. I'm not sure I see a guaranteed other loss on the schedule. They don't play UNLV, do they? They don't play Boise State, do they? So they avoid the top 2 teams in the league. They get Central Michigan at home to start with a new coach. Idaho at home with a new coach. They got to go to Stanford. I think they're an 8 to 9 win team. I'm over on San Jose State. Stig?
That first week, they play Central Michigan at home.
Yeah.
I don't know much about Central Michigan.
Well, Mack left and Akey left. They got a new coach, new quarterback, brand new.
Yeah. So and they're playing them at home.
Yep.
I'm going over also.
Yep. You're over 7.5 on them. JJ, I know you haven't been buying the hype on them.
I think they're a 7-win team. Losing Nick Nash is a huge blow. He was one of the best receivers in college football, and you're looking, all right, they return quarterbacks, but are they going to be that good at the quarterback position? I think they get to 7, but I don't see them pushing 8 or 9.
So you're under. You're right on the number at 7. All right. Stig, UNLV, a lot of hype with Dan Mullen there. They got to go play, or they get UCLA at home. They got, don't they have like, somebody, who else they got? Look at their schedule. Idaho State, Sam Houston, UCLA, and Miami is their non-conference. They got to go to Boise. The number is 8.5.
That's Miami of Ohio.
That's correct.
Yeah, that's not Miami.
That's a very different Miami.
Yeah, that's a very different Miami.
8.5 is the number.
Yeah, Jeff, that means they got to win 9.
That's right.
And I just don't see it. I mean, they've had a ton of turnover too with Coach Mullen, and that just to get started. I mean, I think they start strong.
You don't have to apologize to me.
No, I'm going under, but maybe just barely under. I think they win 8.
So you think they win 8.25?
Yeah, yes.
just barely 8 and 3
8 and 3/8.
Yeah.
8 and 3/8 win. Yeah.
JJ?
I am really interested to see what kind of offense they run, what Dan Mullen decides to do, because they brought in 2 quarterbacks.
Yep.
Colin Data from Virginia, Orji from Michigan.
Yep.
That were 2 of the worst quarterbacks in Division I football last year when it came to passing. So if they're able to run the football, use the athleticism at the quarterback position, I think that could benefit them. And this is the one where I've been down on UNLV, but I'm just going because I got way too many unders on this, and I'll take the over.
Yeah, I'm over on it because I don't see 4 losses. I just look at that schedule, and I don't know that I see 4 losses on there. I think I'm buying into the hype. I've been in their building. I've been around their coach enough. I had dinner with Mullen, and he could, like, you know how it is, man. When I go to Vegas, and I did spend about 2.5 hours with him and listen to his stories and have him tell me about Dak Prescott and all these guys, and I'm sold on Dan Mullen there. All right, Utah State. Who went first? You did. So JJ, Bronco Mendenhall, and Utah State. The number is 4.5. They play UTEP, A&M, McNeese, and Diego Pavia. I'm sorry, Vanderbilt. On that,
it might as well be Diego Pavia.
Yeah. Did you see his new, the new Diego Pavia, the Pavia Mafia song? I'm not sure I understand what it's saying exactly, but I get an idea from watching it. Anyway, 4.5 is the number on Utah State. You buying the Bronco Magic?
No, because he doesn't have Devin Dampier.
Yeah.
Taking the under.
I'm under 2. I'm under 2. I got him as a 4-8 team. I think the number's right on. And I know he's a great coach, and I know how he turned things around here. But he turned things around here with Devin Dampier and won 5. And he doesn't have that there. And he's got to play A&M, and he's got to play Vanderbilt, and and he's got to play UNLV. They don't have to play and Boise State. I got him at 4.
So UTEP, McNeese, and Nevada.
I'm not sold that they beat UTEP.
All at home.
All right.
Okay. Oh, they're all at home.
Yeah.
Okay. Then he's just got to come up with, 2 more wins in that
to cover
group?
it.
Yeah. I'm going over.
All right. You're into the Mendenhall Magic.
I don't know if it's magic. I just respect him as a motivator, and I think he finds 2 more wins after those 3 that I mentioned.
All right, Wyoming and Jay Sawbell trying to bounce back. Akron, Northern Iowa, Utah, and Colorado, and they get Utah at home, which good for them. Here comes Devin Dampier and Kyle Winningham. I think they get better, JJ. I do. I don't know what his quarterback situation is. I think they'll be better defensively. They do not have to play Boise State. They get UNLV, and they get San Jose State. I got them at 5, and that means I got them under. I got them as a 5-7 team, under 5.5 for Wyoming.
I only got 3 wins on their schedule. Maybe they come up with a 4th under.
Yeah. JJ, you going unanimous on Wyoming?
Well,
you don't have to.
I'm going under.
So we're all under.
Even with them bringing Kidd and Anderson back at the quarterback position, who should be their starter, who flashed some potential last year, but you look at that non-conference schedule, and then you expect them to just get hot at the end of the season. That's going to be tough to hit the over.
Yeah. All right, we're going out of conference. New Mexico State's win total is 4.5, according to FanDuel. Bryant, Tulsa, Tennessee, and New Mexico are their non-conference games. Sig, you're up 4.5 is the number on the Aggies.
I'm going over. The Conference USA doesn't impress me all that much. I think the Aggies will find a win or two and get there after the Bryant and.
Well, Tulsa's certainly a winnable game,
and Tulsa's at home, so I'm over.
You're thinking about it, aren't you?
Well, all of these,
yeah, they're tough.
Start looking at trends. I think one of the things that it's so hard with these rosters to know, but I'm looking at, all right, what do you have? And I think the experience at the quarterback position is a positive. You mentioned Conference USA, a lot of changes in there. You got teams stepping up, in Delaware and Missouri State, but just looking top to bottom. One last run through that schedule.
They don't get Delaware, right?
No.
Yeah, they get Missouri State.
Missouri State.
Yeah.
So I'm going under.
You're going under?
Yeah.
I'm going over. And in fact, I think they win. I think they're at least a 6-win team. I think they're a bowl team this year. I think they beat Bryant. They get Missouri State and Kennesaw. And Kennesaw got better last year. I think there's wins there. I think Middle's beatable. Sam's beatable. Louisiana Tech's beatable. New Mexico's beatable.
The 3 teams pick the under them in the Conference USA. All play them in Las Cruces.
Yeah, I see 6 wins on there, but at least 5. I think would be a disappointment if they didn't win 5. Are we done, or you guys want to? You care about NIU and UTEP? We could be done, or we can be. 2 teams that are jumping in.
We got to do it fast. I got a meeting to get to in 2 minutes.
Go scram, get out of here.
Hope you guys like the dollar menu, because I feel like I might be buying you some lunch.
Yeah, I'm not sure I feel great about these either. Appreciate you coming in and doing this.
I can't do much worse.
All right, we'll see you next year. Or no, we'll see you in December when we go over these, or November. And do these. He's the American Stigalo. He is the Stigman Freud. He is the superstar of the Salesforce. He is Scott Stigler. Thank you for being with us today, boys and girls. When we come back, I don't know where. I know where we're going. When we come back, I got responses from you. We could hit all your emails, and then at 9:00, Sean Ryder's going to be with us. The Scribe will speak, the global beat writer from the Journal, on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
The aroma of chili.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Sweet Rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso.
Gopher said, can I play along with Stiggy Iggy Iggy? Sure you can. We just did win totals, over-unders, Mountain West, New Mexico State. He said, man, look at, he went under on everybody. Air Force, Boise, Fresno, Hawaii, UNM, Utah State, Wyoming, UNLV, and UTEP. Over on CSU, Nevada, San Diego State, San Jose State, and Northern Illinois. I would have gone over on UTEP. I got them at 6, and NIU was really tough for me. I can't decide if I got them at 6 and 6 or 7 and 5 because they play Maryland and Mississippi State. That's a fun game.
Dude, I got 11 unders.
Do you really? So somebody's got to win a game, don't they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
It's like
7, 8,
everyone
9.
just, the game's ending in a tie.
You do have 11 unders. I mean, somebody's got to go over, don't they?
Someone does.
There was only 2 unanimous for us. We all had Wyoming under, and we all had San Diego State under, which is interesting. 2 perennial bowl teams.
So ESPN,
Yeah.
among all the sports prognosticators,
Yeah.
you know, they have their bottom 10 list and everything. They kind of just, hey, they put out a classic. Oh, these are the teams we think are going to be there. And they have New Mexico State on that list to start the season.
To be where?
Bottom 10.
Okay.
But what they said about it is funny, but it's the reality because you think about, like, man, the what if game, right? It says for New Mexico State, sources have told the bottom 10 that New Mexico State officials have looked into the possibility of not playing any games this year and instead hosting Stadium SEC Network watch parties to see all their former players winning games at Vanderbilt.
It's so jacked up, but it's actually pretty cute. Because Eli Stowers is like first-team All-American tight end, isn't
Dude,
he?
I know.
So Eli Stowers, if you don't recall Eli Stowers, I want you to think back merely 3 years ago when Jerry Kill's first year at New Mexico State. I think they started 1-4, if I'm not mistaken. That was the year they won the Detroit Bowl, the Quick Lane Bowl. And they were going back and forth with quarterbacks. They had this kid from New Mexico Military Institute who won a national championship named Diego Pavia. And they had a stud transfer from Texas A&M who was a quarterback named Eli Stowers. And they were going back and forth with these two guys until he finally settled on Pavia. And then Diego became the national sensation that he is. Well, Eli Stowers also transferred to Vanderbilt, and he turned into a tight end. Kind of the trajectory that Nate Gentry made from El Dorado when he went to Michigan. He was a quarterback and then became a tight end and played in the NFL. And I believe that's the future for Eli Stowers because he is a first-team All-America preseason tight end at Vanderbilt. And when they talk about the players who transferred, it's not just Diego, man. I mean, Stowers has become a stud there.
Yeah, he's one of the best tight ends in the country.
Yeah, well, that's real. Text line says you should use Lobo season attendance total as a tiebreaker. 110,000 is a tiebreaker, over under. I brought this up the other day. I hate not that you asked that question. I understand. I hate that question is even something that you have to contemplate. You know what I mean? I can't wait till that's not it. Like when somebody said the other day, you know, what's a bigger number? The whoever sent that text or called a bigger number, the total attendance for the Michigan-New Mexico game or the total attendance for all the Lobo home games. I hate that that's something that we have to contemplate. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, it's one that, because it actually is something you think about, you're just like, oh.
Yeah, I'm not mad at you for asking the question. I get it. I just, you know, I know other people are. I get it. Carl says, reply to Stigson Bennett. For Lobo football to get 4 wins, Idaho State, New Mexico State, Nevada, and most importantly, October 25th, when Bronco Mercenary returns to Branch Field. They have to win home games, man, because how about this one? This is another tough one for me. Over under road wins for New Mexico at 1.5. I want to say over because they're going to go get one somewhere. At Michigan, at UCLA, at Boise State, at San Jose State, at UNLV, at Air Force. Would it be Air Force back into the season? But Air Force played well the end of last year.
And this is the anti-sports talk hot take thing. We won't know until week 4, man. Like with some of these teams, we're sitting here, they're going to pick off this one, that. Again, it's like these transfers could click on a couple of these squads and they're just like, boom. Wow, there's something there. And that's the hardest thing is, you have to make this choice before the season starts. It's the whole point of the bet and the win totals. But like for me, it's that New Mexico State game. We're going to find out what the Lobos are going to be the rest of the season.
Yeah, and I think you'll have an idea about what New Mexico State is before that because they're going to have 2 like opponents before that. They'll not just play Bryant, but they'll play Tulsa and Louisiana Tech. And I think you're going to have a really good idea what New Mexico State's all about. Gopher said hurricane talk petered out, Jeff. The experts were wrong. The forecast has changed. I was talking to guys on a call yesterday from Florida. They're worried about that first weekend. Okay. I'm down. I mean, that would be great if that's the case. All right, 505-246-0610. Your emails are good today. Keep them coming. If you want to get in on the over-unders, you're welcome to. I don't know if we post these or what we do with them, or do I just keep them in this little stack of paper until we sit
Maybe
here
post them.
Okay.
Find a graphic we can make for everyone.
Ooh, graphics. Those are nice. All right. Top of the hour, the scribe will speak. The sounds of the scribe. Rider on the radio. I'm keep coming up. Everything I'm coming up with is alliteration. There's got to be something with rider.
Rider on the storm.
Yeah, I like that one too, and that should be the theme music. Right? Can we play that? Rider on the storm. 100%. Sean Ryder, the Albuquerque Journal beat writer. You'll get to know him. He's going to be with us every Wednesday at 9 o'clock, and we're going to start that coming up at 9 o'clock today here on The Sports Animal. Thinking about a bathroom remodel? You go in there every day, you're like, damn, I was at my friend's house, and it's really nice. I want a nicer bath. Maybe all of them. Rebath of Albuquerque is the answer. They will take care of all of your needs, and it will be efficient. It will be convenient. It will be nice. It will be quick. And best of all, it will be spectacular. That's what Rebath of Albuquerque does. The largest full bath remodeling company in the country and the fastest growing is locally owned and operated, and they do it all from full floors to full remodels. The bottom line is you're probably not a contractor. They give you complete peace of mind with zero risk. They handle everything from A to Z, and it is completely warranted and guaranteed. From southern New Mexico to southern Colorado, their crews are dedicated to your job. That's how they get this thing done with a full bath redesign within 5 days. You've heard the nightmares about the lasting forever project, the bathroom project, and this didn't work, and months later they're still there, and no. They dedicate a crew to your job. They don't go on another job, and this gets done within 5 days. Locally owned and operated by people you know. Cole McCamey and his wife Sarah own this business. Cole, the former quarterback at UNM from Artesia. Sarah, from a great business family here in Albuquerque. She graduated from the Anderson School of Business. She is beautiful people, and they're dedicated to making you happy. Call for an estimate. If you don't know what you want, they're going to give you all kinds of samples. They'll walk you through the process. You are going to love your new bathrooms. Design consultant comes out to your home. No pressure. This is all solution-based. Go to rebath.com. Click on Albuquerque. You see what they're doing, and then make the call and schedule the appointment. 505-312-8922. It's Rebath of Albuquerque, 505-312-8922.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
And show maybe Edward will bring some half-eaten birthday cake from Costco, or they don't do that anymore. Maybe it'll be Sam's Club this time. JJ will be there. All your favorite sports.
Don't do that to the people.
What?
You're going to scare them away.
No, man. Everybody wants to come see
Just want
JJ.
to send anger emails.
JJ got a new haircut.
Let me tell you something.
So we'll see you out there. It's all on sportsanimalabq.com, all the details. So go by and check that out. All right, riddle me this, Batman. Who's the best quarterback of all time? Who's the greatest quarterback of all time? Easy answer, right?
Whoever helped you win a Super Bowl.
Probably. Mark Rippon is the best quarterback of all time. Doug Williams is the best quarterback of all time. The answer just invariably goes to default. It's Tom Brady. And I'm not sitting here telling you he's not. And I imagine it depends on the metrics which you choose to determine who's the best quarterback of all time. It's Tom Brady, right? By everybody's account, except for some others. Von Miller, the great pass rusher who won a Super Bowl championship with the Broncos, says it is Peyton Manning. Quote on the Glory Days podcast, this is Von Miller now, obviously there's going to be a debate between Peyton Manning and Tom Brady, who was the best. For me, it'll always be Peyton Manning. He changed the quarterback position, changing the play. He wasn't scrambling or doing none of that stuff. He did it all with his arms, and it was beautiful, man. End quote. There's merit, right? Manning is the only player in NFL history to win MVP 5 times. 5,400 plus passing yards and 55 touchdowns in 2013 is the best single season numbers ever. First starting quarterback to win Super Bowls with multiple franchises. Colts, then the Broncos. Head to head, Brady's teams were 11-6 against Manning. However, Manning was 3-1 against Brady in the AFC Championship. Look, this is, I don't know if this is LeBron versus Mike, but I don't know that this is as crazy as some people want to say, because it's always just accepted because Tom Brady has 7 rings. He's the greatest quarterback ever. Who's the best quarterback ever? You can tell me Joe Montana if you want to.
Yeah. This is one where it really does default to Tom Brady. Now, the reasoning behind it for Von Miller, I was actually very intrigued. It wasn't just, I won a Super Bowl with Peyton Manning. It's discuss how he felt he changed the game, and he wasn't. You didn't look at Peyton Manning and go, man, that dude has the best arm I've ever seen. Oh, man, that dude is an athlete that changed his position. That's not how he won.
He won with his head. But so did Brady. Right? I mean, Brady wasn't the best athlete we've ever seen.
But I
at
think
that
Brady
position.
probably was a little bit better thrower of the football.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Manning was terrific in placement. Getting the ball out. Manning, I remember saying this a few years back, Manning was the best regular season quarterback we've ever seen. Right? He didn't win Super Bowls like Brady did, but Manning during the regular season was bonkers, and that 55 touchdown season was sick. Miller says he's so humble. He knew every single guy in the facility, whether it was the janitors, the coaches. He had a personal relationship with everyone. He was truly the first person in the building Whenever you pull up, you'd see his Buick because he had the Buick deal. I had a fundraiser for Vaughn's Vision. He was there. He was all about his guys, all about his teammates. I think that's cool. That just doesn't make him the best quarterback ever. But I think that's a cool anecdote. I don't know that it's cut and dry. I think the answer probably is Brady because of overall success, longevity, continue to do it. He did it with another franchise, although so did Manning. But I don't know that he's crazy by saying Peyton Manning. We spent a lot of hours on LeBron and Mike. Been a lot of breath wasted on that one. This might even be a better argument. Or maybe it's not. All right, is Ryder coming in, or what are we doing? We doing it on the phone? What does it sound like when a writer writes? Well, you'll hear the sounds of a scribe. Ryder on the radio. Sean Ryder's the beat writer for Albuquerque Journal. He'll be with us next. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep. All your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66, Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come.
KNML, the sports animal. Now it's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
T-minus a week and 1, 2, 3 days, so like 9, 10 days. We'll be in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Sean Ryder's from Michigan. Isn't that right? That's where his parents are from? Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck. We're going to do this on Wednesdays. It's the Sounds of the Scribe. Ryder on the radio. We're going to catch up with Sean Ryder. There you go. The beat writer for Lobo football for the Albuquerque Journal. You read him every day, the Albuquerque Journal, and he joins us now. Hello, Scribe. How you living?
Doing all right. I'm a big fan of that drop you guys just had there.
You like that? We're going to use that regularly. We're working on the what do you think of? Like, we'll make an open for it. Sounds of the Scribe. It's Ryder on the radio. Yeah, and play the music in the background. You like that?
Yeah, no, I like that. I'm a fan of that.
All right, we'll work on it. You're going home. Michigan's home for you, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. No, I was born and raised in Michigan. My parents still live out there, so definitely a fun opportunity, man. I'm looking forward to it.
All right. You have the story on Sunday. Lobos will start Jack Lane against Michigan. He's their starting quarterback. We talked about this out at the scrimmage on Friday. To me, this was a no-brainer. Unless Lobstein just came out and was head and shoulders better, and which, by every account, yours, JJ's, coaches, he was not. I don't know how you didn't start Lane. You're playing in front of 110,000 people at the Big House. Lobstein's never taken a snap at Division I quarterback. Lane played at Idaho. They were at Autzen Stadium in Oregon last year. While not exact, it's similar. To me, this was a no-brainer. This was where this was going to go.
Yeah, I agree to a certain point. I mean, the way it always felt for me was that Lobstein really had to come out and just play the best football of his career during fall camp and make it happen in that sense. And I thought he played well. Was he as consistent as Lane probably was in the end? No. And did he kind of showcase that he had that higher ceiling than Lane at certain points? No. One point that Jason Eck kind of made is that every now and then, James would kind of forget to send a motion here and there, and that's just not a mistake Jack was making all the time. Or even every now and then. So yeah, I think that is kind of the big thing, and Eck kind of said that was what won him the job, is consistency overall at the position.
All right, now you got to find consistency with this offense, and just watching from the scrimmage, it felt like a lot of underneath. I don't know what you're going to be able to gauge from the first game. JJ just said this, and I think he might be right. We may not really know what this team's really about, what they look like until week 4 when they play a like opponent. How much do you put in the Michigan game?
Yeah, it's interesting, right? And it is kind of interesting. You mentioned that they're going underneath in the scrimmage and all that. I think they're going to have to do that against just knowing what Michigan does defensively. I think they're going to have to do that a good deal against Michigan, honestly. And I think it's kind of similar for the defense as well too. Gabe Lopez, when I talked to him after the scrimmage, said, "I don't think we'll have a good feel for the defense until week 3, week 4, honestly, and how good we are to a certain point." But yeah, it is. It's always tough to start with a game like Michigan or like Texas A&M because, to a certain point, honestly, you can play well, and even then that might not even be the true picture. And that might be more, that opponent in particular just didn't have a good feel for this new staff and these new people. And then if you don't play well, you can still have a pretty all right offense, but you're going up against a team that's just kind of head and shoulders better talent-wise.
Yeah, he's Sean Ryder, the beat writer for Lobo football for the Albuquerque Journal, and he's with us on the Sports Animal.
A lot of it, too, is, just snapshots. And, we have been able to watch practice in the scrimmages this year, but there is a giant question mark because they have been without at least 3 guys they think could be their leading receivers. They've gone really light with, Scott Trey, Humphrey. So what do you think this offense could be when those guys are put in a game situation?
Yeah, do I think it's going to be? I will say this too. I did not report this in the story yesterday. Keegan Johnson was back. The guy who's kind of expected to be their de facto wide receiver one. He was back at practice and doing 11 on 11. He actually had kind of a ridiculous toe tap touchdown on cornerback John Johnson, which I think was heartening. But do I think it's going to be an offense with those guys that's as explosive as it was last year? No, and so much of that was tied to what Devin Dampier did at quarterback and how he could just continually keep moving the sticks for you over and over and over again. But I do think, if you get those guys back and you get those guys performing at a pretty high level, I do think it could be a pretty steady offense. But you need those guys healthy and you need those guys available. In my opinion, for it to to kind of even have a shot of kind of reaching its ceiling.
A guy that did pop off, and it matches up with what you wrote too in your position series previews, looking at the tight ends, is number 7. When you see him on offense, just the size, the athleticism at the tight end position for Dorian Thomas. And when you've talked to Coach Eck, you've talked to the OC and tight ends coach, how are these guys going to factor into the offense?
That's one thing. It's I was just looking at on Twitter before I came on, and there is kind of wide receiver by committee is kind of like a negative thing in college football, right? Like you really kind of want a guy there that kind of anchors things, and at least one guy that is really talented. And it kind of feels like this could be a little bit of a wide receiver by committee issue, but that sometimes that gets superseded when you do have some really talented tight ends that can kind of take the load off and, catch a lot of passes for you. And I think Dorian Thomas can absolutely be that guy. And I think Cade Keith can honestly help in that regard too. But Thomas, to me, he's been really impressive throughout fall camp. I mean, he has become, there's a real chemistry there with Lane that I think has been very noticeable. And, physically, I mean, I mentioned it in the story, he came in 250, 260, cut down to 225. Now he's back up to 240, and he's got it back in muscle. And that makes a huge difference when you're going over the middle and you're doing contested catches, right? I think when you think about this Michigan game, he is probably the one guy that is true. It could end up being a kind of a true mismatch for Michigan. I expect them to, them to lean on that when they do go there.
Sean Ryder, Albuquerque Journal's with us. It's right around the radio here on the Sports Animal. To get the ball out in this game in particular, I think tight ends. I think you talked about underneath routes, getting the ball to backs creatively, not just handing it off. Who's the best receiving back in that room?
That's a really good question. I would say, that is a really good question, man. I think I'll go. It's tough because I think Scottrade could, that's a good one. Because last year, Javen Jacobs was kind of like the clear, hey, this is the best receiving back. And I think there's benefits when you put the ball, you hit everybody on screen there. I'll go Damon Bankston. To me, Damon Bankston is the guy that has the best vertical burst. When he turns the corner, he can really just blow past guys. But, hey, there's benefits to putting it in Scottrade's hands, too, in that situation as well, because Scottrade is so hard to bring down.
I look at a game like this, and I want to get into defense here in a minute, but I hope people don't get discouraged if things end up the way they could, right? Lobos could go in there, and I go in this, Sean, I have no idea, right? When I got 50-something new dudes, I have no idea. I know what I saw the other day. I know what you're going into talent-wise. It's a first-time coach. It's a first-time team going out there playing the 14th-ranked team in the country. How much can you gauge, literally, out of a game like this?
Yeah, we kind of touched on it earlier. It's always tough in this kind of situation, right? And it's even tougher, too, because you have the element of how much can you gauge, by playing the number 14th ranked team in the country and then an FCS program the week after, where you're expected to, 1 week, hey, maybe scoring 10 points looks good, and the next week after that, hey, if you don't beat them by 20 or whatever, that's probably not going to look great either, right? But I think the thing that you can gauge, honestly, if you are getting good production out of both lines of scrimmage, you may not win, But if you are showing that, hey, we can protect the quarterback against Michigan, and hey, we can rush the passer in particular against Michigan, those to me are big things that you can gauge and really look at and say, okay, hey, we feel better about the pass rush situation here. We had seen it throughout fall camp, but now we're doing it against one of the proverbial big boys in college football. And that's something I think people can feel pretty good about.
It's one of the things I want to see. Can they rush the passer, and how will their secondary defend? Games like this in the past where they've gotten away, it's just been guys running. I think of the Arizona game last year. Now, look, McMillan is a pro. And the game he had against the Lobos last year down in Tucson was just bonkers, right? But games like these that have gotten away, you've just seen their receivers running past your secondary. How is your secondary when you go up against elite receivers like this?
Yeah, absolutely. Like that is, I mean, and that's another really good point too. I mean, because it was last year was, with against T-Mac, that was really, hey, it was this is an amazing performance by one of the best receivers in the country. I basically penciled him in on my Biletnikoff out immediately after that.
Yeah.
But it was also, it ended up being the first major sign that, hey, this secondary has a lot of issues, and they have issues communicating, and they have issues, getting guys on the ground. I think if you can go to Michigan and they don't have a T-Mac type that could torment them, and I do think they have a corner in Abe Williams and honestly John Johnson too that have kind of shown me enough that, hey, I think these are guys that honestly, they're not going to go out there, in my opinion, and just get completely rolled over, ran past or whatever. I think if you get good performances out of those guys, then you can definitely feel a lot better.
All right, you want to play our over/under game? And we're not going to do it on the radio, but we just did. Stigler was in here with us as well. We do this every year. We go through the Mountain West and New Mexico State win totals. We do this before the season starts, and then realize that we don't know squat by the end of November, beginning of December, and go through them. And just to give you, like, Stigler was an amazing 2-12 last year. You can't even try to do that. So if I send you the win totals, do you want to participate and send me back your overs and unders?
Absolutely, I would love that.
All right, I just hit send. They're on their way to you. All right, we'll catch up. Where are you going to be next Wednesday? You going to be here? Or when do you take off for Michigan?
I am flying out Wednesday afternoon, so I will be here in the morning for the show.
All right, we will catch you next week. Maybe we'll even, I don't know, continue to play the song. We'll get more alliteration, play with the name. It'll be evolving. Read him every day. He's in the Albuquerque Journal. You can go to albuquerquejournal.com or abqjournal.com. He's in the print version. And to follow you on the social media, how do they do that?
Yeah, you can find me. I don't do like a kind of work Instagram or whatever, but you can find me at Lenaway Rider. It's 2 E's at the end of Lenaway.
Spell that.
And then REIDER. I should probably change that handle at some point.
Spell the whole handle, Sean. Spell the whole handle out. How do you spell that? Lenaway Rider.
Lenaway Rider. LENAWEEREIDER. So a little too complicated, but it's been mine for a minute.
All right. Well,
just put in Sean Ryder.
You'll find it.
And pop up.
All right, man. Love this. Looking forward to having you in each week during football season. Enjoy the weekend.
All right. Thanks, guys. Good talking to you as always.
All right. See you. He is Sean Ryder. Read him every day in the Albuquerque Journal. It's good stuff. I think he's going to bring a really good perspective every week, and he's out there every day, and he's digging, and he's actually really good at what he does.
Oh, yeah. Sean's been awesome. Super excited for this, and definitely as get into next week and end the season, extend it out, and have some fun.
All right. I got a bunch of emails from you I want to get to. Emails are coming in. Jeff at sportsanimallabq.com. JJ at sportsanimallabq.com. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, The Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows.
Jeff at sportsoutoflabq.com and JJ at sportsoutoflabq.com. You know what I like about football season? A lot of things. One thing I like, JJ, Jason emails are back.
Welcome back.
That's right. Stowers, Pavia, and bet the Ova, it says. Good morning, OD. I have to disagree with the host. The year of the Detroit Bowl, Pavia was going back and forth with, it was Gavin Frakes. He's right. He was right. But Stowers was recruited as a quarterback. No, he's right. It was Gavin Frakes from Oklahoma. Yep. He was going back and forth with Gavin Frakes now at Northwestern. Frakes quarterbacked the Aggies to a victory versus the not-so-wily Coyotes at Aggie Memorial 20-9 that year. Stowers transferred in the next year from A&M, not only battled Pavia and Frakes for the quarterback position, but also to continue the legacy. The Stowers' father, Donald, was an Aggie DB in the 90s. 10 days till the lid lifter at Aggie Memorial. How weird will it be not to hear the dulcet tones or see the coiffed hair of the forever voice of the Aggies, Jack Nixon, in the press box, doing play-by-play at Aggie Memorial Stadium. Crimson Elite Jason. Unders, he's got under UNM, San Diego State, Nevada, UNLV, Boise State, Wyoming, Utah State, Hawaii, NIU, and Vanderbilt. Over Fresno State, UTEP, Colorado State, New Mexico State, Air Force, and San Jose State. Jason, you're right. No, you're absolutely right, and I was wrong on this one. It was Gavin Frakes who started that. They went back and forth, and then Stowers came in the next year. No, you're right. You're right. Lars says it's going to be chilly, Hefe. Summer is definitely over in Ann Arbor. 60s and potential showers in the area at kickoff time. Really? I might use my press box seat for this one. In Ann Arbor for next weekend. We'll see. All right. Text line. Mud says, I have faith and I'm confident in saying Coach Eck is a winner in every place he's been, and UNM will be no different. I'll go as far as saying I believe the Lobos are going to shock a lot of naysayers, including you guys. This Lobos team is going to build the culture we fans are Lobo hungry for. Lobo up. All right. I don't argue at all. I don't think anybody's ever said that Eck is not one. I don't think you and I have ever said that we don't believe he's going to build something here. I think what Jason Eck is doing and the manner in which he is doing says that this program is going to be on the right track and is going to win. Now, does that mean they're going to win a championship this year? Look, Mudd, I'd love to be wrong. I look at the Rose schedule and see a first-year team, basically, right, having to go to Michigan, having to go to UCLA, having to go to Boise, having to go to UNLV, go to San Jose State. I see a really tough road. I think 6 wins would be an incredible success for this team this year. Now, if they're not bowl eligible this year, does that mean they haven't made progress? They're not on track? No, it doesn't, man. There's going to be a lot of ways to measure it, and I sure as hell hope Lobo fan is, I'm using this word, and I know it doesn't work with fan bases, patient and understanding that it takes a minute. And we'll see. But no, Mudd, we've never said that we don't believe in what Eck is doing. 505-246-0610. Rudy, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hi, Rudy.
Good morning. I actually think that UNM will go over.
Okay.
It's 3.5 is the win total, right?
UNM's 3.5, yes.
Yeah. So they're going to, I have them winning Idaho State, New Mexico State, Nevada, and Utah State. So I think if they can win those 4 home games, then, Colorado State has been a bugaboo, but maybe in the last year we can get them. Or, to get to bowl eligibility, they're going to have to beat like a Colorado State and Air Force. It could come down to San Diego State, the last game of the season.
It very well could. No, it very well. Look, if you get through, right, if you can beat Idaho State, if you get the Aggies, if you get Utah State, and if you get Nevada, yeah, it's going to come down to CSU and San Diego State. Yeah.
Yep, and for the people going out to Ann Arbor, take a rain poncho. Don't be a fool. It probably will rain.
You can buy one there for $5. Big old plastic bag. It's got a big block M on the front of it.
Yeah, or I have my UNM Lobo red poncho that I'm taking.
Right.
I can sit up there in the red section.
So what do you wear? Are you
the only
sitting-
red you're going to see.
How do you root for this? Like, are you you undergrad at UNM, you law school at Michigan, you got degrees. How do you root for this?
Like I told people, I'm rooting for the Lobos. I mean, Michigan's had their day in the sun, but that said, I don't think people understand what it's like to play at Michigan Stadium. It's like playing at the Pit in basketball.
Yeah, that's a good analogy. Have you ever gone to a game at the Big House and not worn a Block M?
No, this will be the first time.
Yeah.
This will be the first time that I go there not wearing all, we did the maize out last year, so we were in the yellow section. I was dressed in all maize. We've been in the blue section, dressed in all blue. I go back 43 years in a row, and I always wear my Michigan colors, so this will be unusual. But I really want to see what this team can do playing in front of 110,000 people, and if they can handle the pressure, and I think that's why Jack Lane is getting 100%. The start and getting the nod. He played pretty well against Oregon, didn't he?
Really well. No, to me, that's why it was a no-brainer. That's where they had to go. So
yeah, so I'm really looking forward to it. By this time next week, I'll be getting ready to get up at 3 a.m. to get to the airport.
It's a good time out there. All right, man. I appreciate you.
Okay, appreciate you.
Have a great weekend. All right, 505-246-0610. So I was interested. Where do you go? Everybody's asking me, who's Addie rooting for? Who's? And she's like, Dad, I'm wearing my Block M. I'm like, of course you are. Of course you're wearing your Block M. She's like, but I'm going to wear she wears a Zia necklace. And she's like, I'm going to wear my Zia necklace and I'm going to wear my Zia earrings. Like, I'm from New Mexico. I love being from New Mexico. But.
You're a Wolverine.
Yeah, no, I get it, babe. We just wrote that check. Like, yeah.
Wolverine!
I get it. You always love your alma mater. And she works with a guy. Actually, she knew him from there, and then she actually worked the same place with him this summer. And he's like, "What do you mean you're not wearing UNM stuff?" We're like, "We're from New Mexico." It's like, "Yeah, but we didn't go to UNM." So they were having that little battle. That's an easy answer, though, isn't it?
It's a very easy answer. Who am I paying money to?
All right. So what if? See, Audra's struggling with this. She's got her MBA from UNM. Addie goes to Michigan. Last time we were there, she big Block M. She's like, I think I'm wearing Michigan stuff. I'm like, all right, you
got the out to go for the winner.
She's like, my stepdaughter goes to Michigan, so I'm like, yeah, you do. She's like, what are you going to wear? I'm like, Bull stuff.
I don't. Hey, you guys think of this New Mexico Bowl?
That's right.
Might finish 8th in the Big Ten this year, not an expanded playoff. So let me know.
Yeah, just here scouting out the Wolverines, just in case I mean, yeah, the TCU last time they played was in the national championship, and they came and had a good time. I'm just saying. All right, 505-246-0610. I've got a bunch still coming in from you. I got to get to emails. Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com. JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. Adrian's producing on TV. You can watch us on Xfinity Channel 26 and on our Facebook page, The OD in the AM. You go to events all the time, right? You go to events everywhere. Nowhere better than the Albuquerque Convention Center. I go to them all over town, all over the country. What they do at the Albuquerque Convention Center, the way they host events, is top of the line. And if you're thinking about where you should host your event, I don't care if it's a small 20, 30, 40-person meeting or an expo or a convention. It's the Albuquerque Convention Center. I know right about now people are starting to think about where you're going to host your holiday party. Albuquerque Convention Center is the answer. Take your event to the next level. They got versatile spaces throughout the huge facility, offering more than just a place. This is an experience. Art, beautiful, stunning local art on every wall, mouth-watering food and drink options. Your guests are going to love this. They're going to be impressed at every turn. Right in historic downtown Albuquerque, it is the perfect location to make your event unforgettable. Parking attached to the facility, easy in, easy out. So whether it's small meetings and private gatherings or a large expo, conference, celebration, let the team at the Albuquerque Convention Center take your event above and beyond expectations. Their catering is spectacular. Their service is beyond reproach. Make your vision a reality in spaces designed to impress. It's beautiful. I host events there every year. Every year we take the Isleta New Mexico Bowl teams there because they take care of our people. Be at the center of it all. Visit albuquerquecc.com for more information and then call 505-768-4575 505-768-4575. It's the Albuquerque Convention Center.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Shows there, dude. It's like, I don't know, $5. Might be 7. I'm not sure. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck, 505-246-0610. Emails Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com. Your texts are coming in 505-246-0610. Hey, Jeff, long-time listener, do you have music for your event? Okay. I'll get on you, Jerry. I'll get into that. Hit you later. Hello, fellas. Jeff, JJ, man, I'm having a hard time deciding what to do tonight. It's either Isotopes Park to see our Topes playing Las Vegas or hang out at Twin Peaks for a few hours. Wow. What do you do? I think it's Isotopes Park. Screw it. I love to watch some baseball. All right. Glad we could help you, John. That was easy.
Not bad options.
I mean, winner or winner. I mean, it feels right. Hey, what did you make of CBS Sports' top 25 players of the 21st century in the National Basketball Association? Did you look at it? Now that we're quarter of the way through the century, they named their top players of the century. Number 1 was probably easy for you to guess, right?
LeBron James.
Number 2, have you looked at it yet?
Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant was 6, with which I have an argument. But go, all right.
Tim Duncan.
He was 3.
Shaq?
He was 5.
Who's number 2?
Who's number 2? Keep going. I think it's right. Or well, if it's not Kobe, and I don't think Kobe should be 6. I might have put Kobe. I probably would have put Kobe 2 or 1, but okay. guy's won like 5 championships. Best shooter in the history of the game.
Oh, Steph Curry.
You okay with that as number 2? All right. And so,
I was really thinking I was getting more like early, mid 2000s.
Yeah, but it goes
kind
through
of
now,
thing,
too.
But I understand. And
Yeah.
I'm swing and miss.
Duncan was 3. Shaq was 5. Kobe was 6. Who you missing at number 4? And I think this is right also. I think it's properly slotted with this. So this is before Shaquille, before Kobe Bryant.
Did this person play college basketball?
No.
It's Nikola Jokic?
It is. Don't you think that's properly slotted? So it goes Shaq, Steph Curry, Tim Duncan, Nikola Jokic, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kobe. Then Giannis, Kevin Durant, Kevin Garnett, and Dirk Nowitzki. I'm good. I think Kobe needs to be higher. I just do. I think we sometimes forget how damn good Kobe was.
I agree.
I just think I don't know.
I'd have Kobe ahead of Jokic.
I think I would too. I probably would have him ahead of Duncan too. I know it's hard. I look.
I think
whatever
you know,
got
we're still talking like, oh, you're top 3 or 4 player of the last 25 years, and I think Kobe is someone that you can have a resume that gets into the discussion of one of the best players ever. I think in sports history, Tim Duncan is in the conversation for the most underrated player ever.
I think that's right. I think absolutely fair. And both of these things can be true. Okay, he can be one of the most underrated players in the history of sports, and still Kobe could be better than him. Both those can be true. Where it gets really interesting, you start going, when you get past 10. Like 11's Dwayne Wade, 12 is Chris Paul, Kawhi Leonard 13, Steve Nash 14, James Harden 15, Luka 16, Jason Kidd 17, Dwight Howard 18, Anthony Davis 19, Allen Iverson 20, Tracy McGrady 21, Damian Lillard 22, Jason Tatum 23, SGA 24, and Russell Westbrook 25. There's a lot of conversation in there now.
Allen Iverson, Dwight Howard definitely have to move up the list.
All right. I agree with you on AI, certainly.
Like, Dwight Howard was a centerpiece in the team that went to the NBA Finals.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best defensive centers of the era. Like, I definitely think I'd have Dwight Howard over James Harden.
I do too.
Just impact. And
James Harden was a one-trick pony. Like, he was a great scorer. That's not a fair one-trick pony. He was a one-way player. How about that? Or is. Like, he didn't play defense. Did he ever guard anybody?
No.
Still, right? It's an interesting list if you're into lists.
And everyone is. Like, to me, Allen Iverson is better than James Harden.
I agree with that.
Just
I absolutely
impact on winning. Like, give me that run to the finals.
I absolutely agree with you.
Like, they're similar players, sure. And I still take James Harden in his game. I think him combined with a piece like Kawhi Leonard, that's what you look for. But AI over Harden all day.
You good with Steve Nash there, where he is? Steve Nash had a hell of a run now. Great impact on the game. It's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, I do like Steve Nash and Jason Kidd.
Yeah.
On that list.
I'm okay with that too. I'm okay. It's a fun list, man. I'm not, like I said, I'm not big list radio guy, but CBS put it out. When you say a quarter of the century, and you just start going through the names. My gripe, I mean,
it's almost it's an easy number, right? But it's almost like you're kind of sandwiched like 2.5 eras in.
That's right. But when you do a century team, or I mean, look, 20. Like we're right now looking at our all-decade team, 20th anniversary of Atlanta, New Mexico Bowl. And I think what we're going to do, we're not going to do an all 20-year team because it's so hard. And how do I pull the left guard of right? But we did an all-decade team after 10. I think we're going to do a second decade team.
I like that. You can kind of here's our first decade
right
squad in the next 10 years.
I think that's
I
what
like
we're
that.
going to do. Because how do you take what Gartrell Johnson did in the third New Mexico Bowl out? I mean, the day he had was just bonkers. So, and then, how do you judge guys? Do you judge guys what they did in the NFL? No, it's really kind of what they did in our game, and you look back at the numbers. But it's hard making these kind of these kind of decisions is really hard. Hey, you got an update on Kenneth Walker? What am I doing there, dude? Help me with this one. Fantasy football. I know we're going to do some fantasy football stuff on Friday, and I'm not sure I'm going to be here on Friday.
Well, thinking maybe were we thinking Thursdays?
Oh yeah,
try to slot that in and
we're doing
try to
that.
build something.
Because tomorrow Jerry Palm's going to be with us, so maybe 9:00 tomorrow. I mean, what am I doing with him? $59 of my $300 cap.
So you have to say, all right, what other running backs would be available?
Mm-hmm.
What is that potential auction price going to be? Would throwing Kenneth Walker in, would you be able to bid on him and maybe get him for cheaper with this notes? Or is this, you think, going to be the price he goes for if he goes back, or maybe even
It's
more?
going to be right around there. So this is the total risk reward. If he is healthy, he could thrive in that offense.
Absolutely.
And he's got a foot injury in camp.
But it's one where, an auction or keeper leagues, you just have to say, knowing that you have this locked in versus hoping you can find a better
Yeah, but
running
knowing
back.
I have it locked in if he's not. I keep forgetting. What's the best ability? Availability. That's my biggest issue. All right, we'll do some fantasy football stuff on Thursdays if you guys have stuff. And you got drafts coming up. It's just another voice to bounce it off of. I'm not going to sit here and pretend JJ nor I, well, he is, but that we're experts, right?
I think it's a realization that, so many people get into football through fantasy, right? It's fantasy draft season. You do a great job of soliciting the conversation, getting people's questions, and we want to take your questions, text line, call in, and have some fun and put some more focus on fantasy sports this year.
Yeah, so headed into tomorrow, if you've got thoughts, questions, just you want to bounce some ideas off of just another voice or two, not that we're experts, but what do you think? We're going to do fantasy stuff at 9:00 on Fridays. So if you want to Thursdays. So if you want to get in, hit us with some stuff with the drafts coming up this weekend. And we'll do that tomorrow. We'll also get with Jerry Palm tomorrow. And yeah, should have a good time. Your fantasy drafts coming up. Have you figured out where it is you guys are going to gather? Twin Peaks is your spot. This is almost a no-brainer. It's the place to draft. Now through September 4th, you can book your fantasy football draft party. Score big. You get a full draft kit, $50 kickback card for the commissioner, $5 kickback card for every league guest. Plus, you got all the local beers and a chance to win $1,000 in cash thanks to Molson Coors. And all your preseason games and, of course, your regular season games are going to be up on the screens at Twin Peaks. They bring the flavor all month long at Twin Peaks. Like closeout late night, they got flatbreads, $8. Just $8, $10 or 10 o'clock to close. Sunday through Thursday they do that. It's a perfect way to end the evening. If you love you some bourbon, like I love me some bourbon, rare collections there. Exclusive barrel selects handpicked by the Twin Peaks team. And if you're looking for a job where you can have fun, where you can make great money, where you can enjoy yourself, they're looking for cooks, they're looking for servers, bartenders. Text WORK4TP. That's WORK4TP to 85000. Twin Peaks is hiring now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off.
All right, what do you got to know as you go through your day? It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. What are people going to be talking about? Matt Stafford practiced yesterday for the Rams, 2 in a row. Anthony Richardson's agent says he's uncertain about his client's future with the Colts. Dodgers beat the Rockies last night. Padres beat the Giants. The lead for LA in the National League West remains at 2 games headed into tonight. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck, thanks for finding us on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. This was a weird one, man. And I saw this. I got to find it again. Julio Cesar Chavez deported to Mexico for cartel ties. And he was arrested in the United States. The former boxer, former boxing champion. He was deported to Mexico out of the United States. He's wanted there for alleged cartel ties. He was arrested here for overstaying his visa and lying on his green card application. So he was arrested, He was handed over to the authorities. He was admitted to a prison outside of Hermosillo. It's the northern state of Sonora. And he was arrested. This is a crazy one to me. And I don't know why it is. It just, you think world-class athlete, world champion boxer, national hero, and now that's where that ended up. So people may be talking about that as well. I want to end where we started because we haven't hit this since, and I know it's a new audience. I told you at the very beginning of the show today, and JJ, this didn't, we went so many different ways with the college stuff. On the Micah Parsons, Jerry Jones contract thing, there's part of me, if the Adam Schefter reporting is true, and I have no reason to believe it is not, there's part of me that's starting to side with Jerry Jones on this, where if in fact Jerry Jones and Micah Parsons had an agreement, that evidently they met without the agent, and they agreed, and then the agent stepped in and said, no, Micah, you need more, and that's where the deal is, that you need to be the highest paid or whatever. If there was a handshake deal and Micah backed down on it, I can find a way where I lean towards Jerry Jones on this. We had a deal. I'm a man of my word. You're a man of your word. Where I come from, I shake someone's hand. We look each other in the eye. We have a deal. Your word is your bond. And Micah could be saying, look, man, I had to get my agent involved. My agent wants this. And what are we talking about? We're talking about term of the contract, how many years. We're talking about how much money, how much guaranteed, and what's my bonus, right? And if you guys came to terms on it, I'm starting to side with the old man a little bit.
There's not a lot of pushback you can have on that if Parsons was in there, handshake says, I like it, let's go. Now, at what point do you get over it? And with Jerry Jones, that's going to be never. Well, and you got to understand that if you're Micah Parsons.
So get over it means I've got to cave? I've got to completely give in to the player?
Well, do you want him on your team or not?
Yeah, no, that's
the
fair.
handshake deal's gone, man. And if you're like, well, no, a handshake is a handshake and a man's a man, then guess what? Micah Parsons not playing for the Cowboys.
Yeah, then I might not. And you're right. And then, I'm hearing Green Bay's offering 2 first-round picks and a third and a player. And, there's all these rumors are out there. It might be to a point where I can't get over it. If, in fact, that's how I do business and your word is your word, and no, then I might not want you here. Like, maybe I don't get over that. And I know it's going to be hard for people to understand that, and maybe it's not even right.
Does
maybe
he do that with every player?
I don't know.
Or is it just
don't know.
Like star players that he sits down with or tries, CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott handshake? Like what?
They all signed.
Yeah.
They all signed.
But they also waited.
Yeah, they did.
So did they have?
Well, my other theory on this is, and I told you this yesterday, they got a deal done. They're just waiting until the day before to announce it. Last year, they announced it the day before the season started, and they stole some of the press from Thursday opener, and it all got done. But they are the Thursday opener this year, so I don't know what press they're going to steal. But Jerry, look, there's no doubt Jerry loves the spotlight, and he loves all this, and he loves going against it. I don't know, man. I look at it, and I'm like, Micah Parsons is really good by every metric. I don't know that I think he's the best at what he does. I don't know that I think he needs to be paid top of the world on what he does, but he needs to be near the top. He needs to be in that stratosphere. And market value is market value. But Micah's got to understand, too, his agent works for him. If you had a deal that was satisfactory, and I'm throwing numbers out that I don't know, but I know what top of the market is, right? TJ Watt's at about $41 million a year. When they were negotiating this earlier in the summer, it was, 38 was top of the market. So let's say they're coming in at 38. I don't know the difference. I'd love to. I don't know how you live differently on 38 million or 41 million. I'd love to know. I don't. I heard someone yell last night, how much is enough? Never. Nothing's enough. You never.
And it is different when you're one of those top 4 or 5 guys because that sets the market for everyone else. And they're playing the NFLPA side for it and what franchise tags are, what the value of the contracts are. And this one, Mike Parsons has to wear it if he did not push back on it. Obviously, he was okay with what his agent was doing to then not go back and ever want to address that over the summer. So he is culpable in this just as much as Jerry Jones.
Yeah, they're both there. They're both there. All right, you get baseball tonight. You get tomorrow Jerry Palm from Palm Brackets. He's going to be back with us, the former CBS bracketologist, now gone on his own, got his own website, kind of back to the roots of where we started with JP. Looking forward to that. What else do we have tomorrow? Oh, we're going to do fantasy stuff. So if you got fantasy questions, thinking about drafts, who should we do here? Yeah, I mean, we're just two idiots that play. But we'll give you another opinion if you're so inclined. So send us some fantasy football questions, and we'll help you with that. Thank you to Sean Ryder, for the Albuquerque Journal beat writer for Global Football. He was with us today. Scott Stigler was in today as well. We're back tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. No, you want to do it at 7? It'll be 7 a.m. tomorrow morning with award-winning radio. The Herd with Colin Cowherd's next. The Jim Rome Show is after that. 2 Men On come in at 4. And then you get Isotopes baseball against the Las Vegas Aviators. Adrian, great work. It looks so good on the TV side. I hope you all are enjoying that. He's JJ Buck. I'm Jeff Simbieta. Big day for you.
Huge day.
Enjoy it. Hey, be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We'll smell you tomorrow.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more,